Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Nintendo Direct discussion. So this one was for E3 2021. My name is Alex Harding, I'll be your host. I am joined here by Nathan Rudge.
Hello.
And Jake Mounsey.
Hello.
Alright, so getting straight into it, how'd you guys feel, just before we get into all the games, how'd you guys feel about that E3 Direct?
Solid 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it did pretty good, all things considered.
Especially compared to the rest of E3.
Yeah, the rest of E3 was kind of lackluster, mainly because, it's the year everyone had to work from home, so...
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, people tend to forget about that, as I can see on, social media and stuff, people crying about how boring E3's been this year.
Yeah, you kind of had to expect it, but then you had other ones like Capcom, who only talked about games they've already announced. And slight updates. I'm like, this could have just been a Twitter post.
Yeah.
Well, their Monster Hunter and their entire Monster Hunter thing they talked about in Update 3.0, they just expanded on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like,
they talked about it properly, but they already shown everything else beforehand.
Yeah, true, but Capcom had to pay a lot of money for a presentation for the event, and they just imagine spending thousands upon thousands of dollars to talk about things that people already knew. It feels like a complete waste of money.
Yeah.
The only thing that they really was new they announced was the DLC for Village.
Exactly.
And even that was just a text slideshow. It's hey, we're working on it. Yeah.
I mean,
we didn't
think
realize
about that.
People wanted this.
Yeah, I mean, think about that, but then also think about Sony and how much they would have had to show off with the PS5, but then they didn't. So, Capcom, I don't understand why Capcom... Them and Take-Two, I didn't even watch Take-Two, but apparently they didn't show off anything.
I completely forgot Take-Two even had a presentation.
Yeah,
Isn't
so it was
EA
at 4:30 in the morning.
Soon?
July.
July. I thought it was next week.
Yeah, it's a E3 presentation in quotation marks, but not E3.
Just like how Sony's is E3, but not E3 because they do it on their own beforehand.
Yeah, and
exactly.
Either before or later. I think they're having one next month as well.
Probably. I think they're spacing it out, which is not a bad thing to do. Keeps those regular announcements coming. But let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. So first up, we'll go through each announcement one by one, just share our thoughts on it as we go. Some of them will be very quick because we might not have too much to say on them. Kazuya from Tekken joins Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, he does.
This was a bait and switch.
Yeah, I love that announcement trailer. All Super Smash Bros. Announcement trailers are amazing, but I love this one especially. It got real dark.
Yeah, I just love that it's the first thing. It's we're not pulling any punches. Bam, this is what you wanted. And we're not putting this at the end like we usually do. Right at the front.
Yeah.
I mean, they did do the Smash Bros. Symbol, so when they first showed off, I thought it was Breath of the Wild too, because it had Ganondorf.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I did have that thought as well, but then I was like, nah, that's the Ocarina of Time Ganondorf, or the Twilight Princess one. But I know what you mean. I thought Breath of the Wild. I'm like, wait, no, not quite.
But as a Terry main, I am so glad we are getting more actual fighting game characters in Smash.
Yeah, that's been a trend recently a bit, hasn't it? With Ryu. Wasn't there another one as well?
Yeah, Ryu, Ken, Terry Bogard, and now Kazuya.
And then we had Virtual Fighter as a assist, wasn't it? Or was it a costume?
I think it was... Yeah, it was
costume.
A costume. It had, Heihachi.
And Tekken is Bandai as well, isn't it?
Yeah, finally a Bandai Namco representative that isn't Pac-Man. They've been working on... working with this, with Smash and Sakurai and all that, this entire time. So it's about time they got another representative in.
I'm honestly surprised it took that long.
Yeah. But
I mean,
the end of all the
well, considering
DLCs
Pac-Man was it Wii U, the 3DS Smash, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's when Bandai started helping out with that one.
Yeah.
So he's coming later on. There is I believe it's June 28th. There's a little presentation, like the Smash Brothers presentation about that.
Where Sakurai shows off
Sakura
his skills of playing 2-player by himself.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But no firm release date of Kazuya just yet. But I imagine we'll find out on June 28th.
Yeah.
Life is Strange Remastered and Life is Strange 2 Colors. So that's coming to Switch.
It sure is.
I watched the first Life is Strange game. Have you guys played it, by the way?
No.
Or watched it?
Back in the day, before I got into streaming, I used to do YouTube Let's Plays with Nathan and a bunch of other friends that I have, right?
Gotcha.
We played the first chapter of Life is Strange 1. That may have been one of the worst games we have ever played on the channel.
Really?
I cannot stand it. It is awful. So every time I see Life is Strange pop up in one of these E3 things, I just recoil with disgust.
Is it the gameplay or is it the story?
Well, yeah, the story was the big turn-off at the beginning, because like that's the biggest thing people talk about with Life is Strange 1 is it feels like people in their mid-40s trying to write teenagers.
Right.
Like, how you doing, fellow kids? Like, that kind of thing. But there's also, just like characters that are annoying and just written poorly. All of the game's choices don't matter except for the final choice in the game as well. So for a story game that's all about, deciding how the story goes, that's really bad. that's pretty bad. Like, I hear the second Life is Strange game is actually pretty decent, though. So
yeah, I think they were still trying to figure it out. I mean, I watched it. I didn't mind it too much, but I guess I was half-heartedly, like, absent-mindedly watching it. Like, it was kind of on the background while I was probably playing on my Switch, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I find it's good that it's coming to Switch, especially the new one as well. I'm actually quite surprised that True Colors is coming, because they're not graphically intensive games by any means.
Yeah.
And that with the announcement trailer as well, like with the animated trailer, I thought, like, are they doing it different for the Switch? And
I thought
that's what I thought
like
at
a
first as well.
spin-off thing or what?
Yeah. Or my initial thought was like, is it being redone in a cartoon style? And I'm
that's
like,
what I thought.
Actually, wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that would
actually
be
wouldn't have minded
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
And like, but yeah, then it was just a trailer. I'm just like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, cool that it's coming. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, and True Colors, hopefully they've kind of iron out their kinks from there. What was that other one? I think Tell Me Why was the other one that they did.
Like the one with the kid or something.
Yeah.
Or was that Life is Strange 2? I can't remember at this point.
They're all kids, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found that they've gotten better as they went. So I probably won't play it, but I'm glad it's coming. Yeah. So that is on September 10th, True Colors, and just a vague 2021 for the remastered original. We got next Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, and I will preface this cloud version.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So not in Australia.
Yay, fun.
Yay. So if you want to play it in Australia, your Xbox, PS4, PS5,
like,
PC.
Also, when this showed up, like, I sat through the Square Enix presentation as well. So, like, when I saw this pop up, I'm like, no, I don't want to spend another 20 minutes talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Please.
We've only got 40 minutes.
It's like, it looks decent, but come on.
Especially after
it does actually look pretty decent.
The Avengers game.
Yeah, and they talked about that in the Square Enix thing as well. And I was like,
how is that still getting support after the dumpster fire of its release?
Yeah. So that one's October 26th for everyone but Australia, because that's definitely not happening here. We got next Worms Rumble, which launches on June 23rd, so in a week from now?
Yeah, roughly.
I actually really like the look of this one. It was a PlayStation exclusive, I think, for a year.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Worms franchise, and I quite like Team 17. They do some good stuff.
Yeah, I really like the Worms franchise as well, but like
it just loses
when I
its
initially
turn-based.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I initially saw this like announced way back when came out on PS4, I was like, this doesn't feel like Worms.
Yes, that's what I thought when I saw it. I'm like, it looks like Battle Royale Worms.
Yeah, I feel like they probably just made a Battle Royale and they were like, oh, we can probably just chuck Worms on there. And that'll make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what it's doing. And apparently the Switch is getting a unique costume.
Yes,
like
a bear.
Yeah, and the neon red and blue colors. I was like, okay, fair enough.
Patchwork.
I don't know what
does that correlate to anything, or
because it's the Joy-Con colors.
Right.
But like the bear though, is that related to anything?
Yeah, because like if it was like a Mario hat, like I get it.
Sure, yeah.
but
like
it just felt like because it felt just so disjointed from everything. It's like, why this specifically Switch exclusive?
Yeah, it was a bit strange. Next one, Astria Ascending. So that one's launching September 30th. I've never heard of this game, but it looked pretty good. But this is probably more your guys' wheelhouse.
Yeah, I believe this game is digital only, so that's going to be a thing. But I really do like the art style. It reminds me of Vanillaware stuff like Odin Sphere and what's a game called? Dragon's Crown.
Yeah, it was quite like eye-catching.
Yeah, but like it didn't really show off a lot of the gameplay, so we can only really go by the game by its art style, which, admittedly, it's beautiful.
It is very it is very nice to look at.
Yeah, it does look. I feel like it kind of gets overshadowed a little bit from Microsoft when they showed off Aiden Chronicles.
Oh, I'm so excited to play that.
That looks good.
It's a spiritual successor to the Suikoden series made by people who made Suikoden. I cannot wait for that.
Exactly. So yeah, that one looks really good. So yeah, I saw Astria Ascending, but it was kind of like like a small thing on the side. I'm like, cool. I'll probably look into it more when it comes out. But I don't feel like I got all that much from the trailer that they showed off.
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit bare bones. It was more showing off the art style more than anything.
Exactly. Next one, we got 2 Point Campus, which was showed off in probably every single E3 showcase. But this one looks good. I mean, 2 Point Hospital, I think James reviewed that for us back in the day, and he quite liked that one. But I've always been about whether to jump in on it. But 2 Point Campus looks really good.
It's that's one of those sim management games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always stressful.
Yeah, I don't really know much about 2 Point Hospital, so I don't really have a lot to talk about here. So
I guess in a nutshell, 2 Point Hospital is it's very slapstick comedy. Where you run a hospital, but stuff goes wrong all the time, and just crazy stuff happens.
Right.
In a sim, in a kind of like a Sims-like environment.
Yeah, like a sim management game kind of thing. Right.
Yeah, but bonkers and just crazy, and just weird stuff happens for the sake of it. But I feel like 2 Point Campus kind of does a little bit more. There was one screenshot where you had it was just like a jousting tournament on the college oval, and yeah, I reckon this one will have a lot more to do with it than 2 Point Hospital. But that one is 2022, so next year on that one. Next one, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, October 5th. So this one is a compilation of the first 3 games, I want to say, or 3 of the early games.
Yeah, this got leaked, didn't it, or something?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But we didn't know it was a remaster. We thought it was a brand new game.
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Because I remember
I just saw a lot of Monkey Ball stuff coming around.
What are you saying, Nathan?
I was going to say, I remember talking about it on the podcast, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe so. It got the trademark got leaked in Australia.
Yeah,
that's right. That's what happened. Yeah.
And then I think it was Brazil. I'm probably well off. But anyways, yeah, Super Monkey Ball's fun. Especially, I'd never played the older games, so jumping into that, I heard
I
the
played
other
the
one.
DS
I think
one.
Ooh, that's a weird one to jump
Well,
into.
sorry, the 3DS one, because it was a launch title, and there was either
okay.
that or like Street Fighter 3D.
Yeah, nah.
And Street Fighter 3D was a title.
Yeah, it was.
But Banana Blitz, so that one wasn't received very well, and I remember playing it at PAX. I think it was 2019. I'm like, eh. So I might actually get into Banana Mania. So that's October 5th. The next one I'm super excited to talk about, actually, Mario Party Superstars.
Yeah, this explains why Super Mario Party got online just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, because they were like, we've got it up and running. We may as well add it to...
Yeah, like this is
well.
This is clearly made in the same engine. It's got the same UI and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it has the D10 back finally.
Yeah, so, back to original rules with... It's borrowing some of Super Mario Party's aspects, but, like, apparently it's the same where, like, from the classic Mario Party games where you can... what was it? Sorry, the stars are about 20 coins.
Yes.
Again.
I watched some of the gameplay that they put on the treehouse.
Yeah, and it just looks the Mario Party that I fell in love with back in the day.
Yeah, a good return to form.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping they come back with the GameCube one as well.
Yeah,
this one's
I didn't mind the
Nintendo
GameCube
64 one.
Yeah, I've got the nostalgia for the Nintendo 64 one. That's just me. That's just a personal thing. But yeah, I love those old classic ones. But they could have picked a better one than Super Peach's Cake. I can't even remember what that one's called. But they could have picked a better level than the Cake one.
I mean, it is the iconic one from the 64, like, not first one.
Yeah, I remember liking that, but to be fair, like, I haven't really played a lot of Mario Party games in general. I've played 1, 8, and Super, and that's it. So, but, like, yeah, the Cake is the one that I remember the most.
See, it's the iconic one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I always thought the Yoshi Tropical one was the iconic one.
That one's
Where you
also
have the two
awkward to
sides.
use, though. Like,
Yeah, it was very awkward to use. Like, don't get me wrong, the first Mario Party game is clunky and, like, really badly balanced. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But it's amazing still. But that's nostalgia goggles.
also, blisters like crazy.
Yeah. Make sure you have gloves when you play this.
Yeah, my right palm is stronger than my left palm for that reason. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can still kind of see the outline of the scar. I played that game that much back in the day.
So it's going to be a fight who gets to review it, right?
Maybe. I mean, it's one of those
Mario
games
Party
where, like,
I think.
Well, now we got Super Mario Party. We can offer it in there.
Just not the fruit level.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like one that I probably wouldn't want to review. I'd probably just want to enjoy, like buy and enjoy personally.
Fair.
So, I mean, if you want to review it, by all means. Next one. Oh, yeah, obviously this is a massive announcement as well, but probably not one you guys are overly keen on. Metroid Dread.
Yeah, it's the big one.
I mean, I didn't expect it.
No one saw this coming.
Although we did say Metroid like Prime 4 news, which we did get that they're still working on it.
They're working on it.
Yeah, I mean, at least we got the confirmation of it, and I didn't expect to see Metroid Prime 4, even despite what we put in our wish list, I didn't expect to see it. But yeah, I honestly didn't expect 2D Metroid personally, and it looks great.
It's
like
creepy.
It's specifically Metroid Dread, which was a Metroid title that was mentioned 16 years ago back in Metroid Prime 1.
Yeah.
So,
did you watch there's like a 6.5-minute video of one of the producers, and he was talking about it?
I did not see that. That was during the Treehouse, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, like straight afterwards, and he was saying apparently they had multiple attempts to try to make it, but like they just didn't feel as though the hardware was fitting for it, and then they found Mercury Steam, so they tried him out with Samus Returns, and then they gave him the green light to go ahead with Dread. But like 19 years after Fusion, which is just insane.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's a massive announcement.
It really does that like creepy feel with those robots, though.
Those robot designs, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I am a sucker for good robot designs.
Very Portal-esque, I noticed.
Just how fluent their movement is, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it was really creepy because it kind of reminded me of like the Ring Girl, and like how it was kind of
like crawls around and like wraps itself around like its back and stuff.
Yeah, it was super creepy, but I love it. And I reckon that's going to be a big part of this, because I think it's part of Zero Mission, I think. They had like when you finish the main campaign, because Zero Mission is the original game.
Yeah.
When you finish the main mission, you had like a stealth mission after that. And I feel like that's kind of what they were going with, like what they wanted to do, and now they're doing it in Dread. So I reckon there's going to be a lot of stealth, but there's going to be this. For example, this game, I reckon you have to play with headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be like way too atmospheric and all that to not play with headphones.
And I really hope like you can hear, like for example, if you're wearing headphones, you can hear like noise coming out of like the right-hand side. So it like pans the volume.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be really cool. But yeah, super excited. That was massive. I don't normally watch reaction videos as well on YouTube, but I looked up a couple just because I was really curious of it. Oh, it was funny. People freaked out. So October 8th for that one. Next one, then it just took a massive nosedive in Just Dance 2022.
It gets announced every year.
Yep.
Hey,
Which happens every year.
This is the first Just Dance that isn't on the Wii.
I am outraged. Give me my Wii.
It's actually dumbfounding that they were still making it for the Wii.
Yeah, in 2021.
I think the most dumbfounding thing was people still buying it.
Yeah. It's Just Dance, for God's sake.
I mean, they might have been buying it for, like, old folks' homes.
I think that was part of it, like, because apparently that was a big thing where, yeah, people in old folks' homes, to get them moving,
Yeah.
they would play Just Dance, and, like, the Wii being so popular, they kind of just, and it's like a remote, so that's,
Yeah.
They're familiar with how it works. So, but they finally bit the bullet, no longer on Wii. So the Wii has officially died for Just Dance 2021 in 2020. Man, that's confusing.
Which is just impressive that it lasted that long. Which I'm pretty sure is longer than the PS2 lasted.
14 years? Yeah, I think PS2's last game was like 2013.
Yeah, PS2's last game was just before the PS4 was announced.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's 12 years, but the Wii got 14 years.
There we go.
Yay, the Wii won. Next one, Cruise and Blast. So releasing this fall, which is, for us Australians, this spring.
Boy, I wonder if I'm going to be reviewing this one.
I mean, you're the racing guy.
Oh, it's got cars in. Yeah, it's got cars in it. Give it a check.
Apparently, you can also control a horse.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And from the picture from this announcement trailer, it looks like a T-Rex as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you control the T-Rex or.
I believe that was. Yeah, I believe that was a hazard. Yeah, I think I saw a T-Rex trying to bite at cars.
It looks
over a jump or something.
Yeah, but apparently this was like an arcade game.
Yes,
that's
right.
Now coming.
Yeah, it's like a successor to like Cruis'n USA or something, I believe.
Probably something we can't find in Australia because Australia has a zero arcade presence.
Yeah.
Although you go into any cinema and there's always Daytona USA. Yeah. Without doubt. Without fail. I remember, because I worked at a cinema for 6 years, the amount of times I heard that Daytona USA music.
Daytona!
You're giving him flashbacks.
Yeah, bad flashbacks.
You know that song's in Yakuza 7?
Is it really?
It sure is.
Oh, I might not play that one then. I just skipped that one just for that one reason. Next up, we got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot plus A New Power Awakens. So this one's September 24th. I'm surprised they can get this running on Switch, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
well, yeah, people have done Magic before.
I mean, look at Monster
Well,
Hunter.
like we've mentioned on the podcast before as well. Witcher 3 is on the Switch.
That's true. That's a good point.
But yeah.
So I'm a massive fan of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I don't know why I haven't played this game yet, like on other systems, but I feel like I wouldn't want to play it on my Switch unless they do a great job with the port. Like, I'll see how it goes when they eventually show off like more Switch gameplay. But yeah, I mean, but the fact that you could like fly around as Goku or Kakarot, I guess you can say, yeah, it looks really good.
I have seen like bits and pieces of it where it actually brings in a lot of forgotten characters, so to speak, where all the Dragon Balls like stuff comes back into it. Like I know you can find was it Launch, like the girl with the blonde hair that turns blue as well.
Oh, fun!
You know, the character that was completely
when she sneezes.
forgotten.
Yeah, she sneezes, changes personality. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, and I believe the DLC adds in some Dragon Ball Super stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
I think it's
like, the powered up Frieza.
Yeah, Golden Frieza and Beerus.
I really need to watch Super.
Super's good.
I'll get around to that. I've heard it's good. Better than GT.
Definitely better than GT.
I mean, but you don't have Super Saiyan 4.
I'm okay with that.
You got Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan though.
Yeah, it just went a bit too far. Next up, Mario Golf Super Rush. We got some updates about that. Specifically, the Super Mario Odyssey level that we got.
That was
I reckon that was really cool.
looking level.
That looks cool, but how are you supposed to play golf in the middle of the city?
Well, I think like because it showed you can like hit against the buildings and they ricochet off each other. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it just feels like, the complete opposite of how you're supposed to play golf. But to be fair, it's a Mario golf game. That's kind of the point.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think they're going for realism here.
Yeah.
But then again, you can play with motion controls for that realistic experience. So
Ooh, motion controls. My favorite.
Yeah, definitely won't be playing that with motion controls.
Yeah,
but it looks good.
It makes it so much harder as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just press the button; it's so much more precision.
Exactly,
and
I can do
it.
The swing.
Yeah, and I can do it sitting on a couch.
Yeah,
problem solved. Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin, so we got a little bit more information on that, but I don't really think too much more information. There was actually more of a deep dive in the treehouse.
Yeah. There was like a little bit more story information, which was also shown off in a Capcom one, so there wasn't a lot, really.
Yeah. All I could really focus on during that trailer is the fact that the good monsters are called Monsties.
Yeah.
And that just distracted me throughout the entire trailer. Every time they said Monsties, I wanted to vomit.
Really? I wanted to giggle.
I hate it. I hate it so much. It's like you want me to take this game seriously, but you're calling like your characters Monsties.
I do like how the monster, like what the free DLC Monstie is, the dog from Rise.
Yeah, what is it? Palamutes?
The Palamute.
Palamute, that's it. But like it's definitely for a younger audience. And I feel like Monster Hunter Stories it's kind of like that gateway where it's something easy to digest. So like you can get the kids in it, or it's like you can get like your your mid-teens, or people like our age as well, where we are. It's something a bit brighter, so we're more susceptible to it. And then it's kind of like a gateway to the actual main series, which is more of a core focused action game.
Yeah.
And
it did look pretty good. Yeah, that's all I've heard. But I reckon I might actually check this one out because, yeah, I wasn't too keen on it, but then I saw the actual gameplay of it and I'm like, it actually looked pretty good. Next one we got.
You have to
sorry.
listen to
I should say
Brian's report.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about that. Sorry, I should mention as well, July 9th, that one. So less than a month away, which is actually not that far. Next one, WarioWare Get It Together. I love that title.
Hey, finally, a new WarioWare game.
I know, right?
The Wii U one was not fun.
What? I love the Game & Wario.
I did not like the Wii U one.
Okay, I liked the picture drawing one.
Like, the Wii one was really fun.
Yeah.
But, like, I just found the Wii U one just, like, less interesting. Like, it just was not as fun.
I mean, yeah, it was focusing more on the, like, with the gamepad and what it could do with that. But me and my friends put so many hours into that drawing game. So, like, do you remember that? Does that ring a bell?
I got it, like, when it first came out on, like, you know how we were given a free game?
Yeah. Was that with Wind Waker?
I can't remember why. Yeah, Wind Waker was one of the options.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember why we got free games. That was very, very weird by Nintendo. Very un-Nintendo-like. It's like, here's a free game with it. It's like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Nintendo being generous with their games? What?
I know, super weird.
What was it for?
Yeah,
was it for buying a game?
Yeah, it was for buying a game, and then you got another game of your choice after that. I got Pikmin 3 with that.
Yeah, I got the Game of Wario, and I felt like, oh.
I enjoy, like, again, I'll say it again, the picture drawing one was really good because you would draw something on the Wii U gamepad and people, like, it would come up on the screen and people had to guess it. It was very simple, very...
Yeah. Simple but fun. Like, they turned... Didn't Jackbox have a game that's kind of like that?
Yeah.
Probably.
In the first pack. Drawful, I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, back to Get It Together. Get it together, Alex. So back to this one. This one has a two-player mode now, where you play as some, like, if you notice that.
Yeah.
Yes, each character has their own abilities.
Yeah, so that looks really cool. So I don't know what else to make of it, but it's a new WarioWare game, and it looks to be more.
This one does look fun.
Yeah, and that is September 10th. We got more gameplay footage of Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yay, finally.
Which we said would happen.
Yeah.
Yep. And November 12th for release date, which got leaked, but...
Yeah.
Yep, that is the release date. You guys have anything to say about that one? Because I know this is more your wheelhouse.
It's been kind of going around, like, after, it was shown off, but, like, an interesting tidbit that that people have found out is a lot of the UI elements for it is actually wholesale lifted from Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I did actually notice that with the weakness thing.
Yeah, which a lot of people are, like, kind of giving the developers crap for it, but, like, the Tokyo Mirage Sessions UI is very sleek and easy to read, so, like, of course they would lift it, and I'm pretty sure they would have been I'm pretty sure SMT5 would have, like, started production partway through when Tokyo Mirage Sessions was, like, at least, like, near the end of production or something. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes
especially
perfect sense. Stop complaining about it.
It was, the remake on the Switch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the remake on the Switch. And
It's
I think
good.
I gave it 90. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It's a good game. No one cared for it because
It was on the Wii
censorship.
U.
That too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
and I feel
where
like
I
the
don't
Switch
get to
version
see
hasn't been that
boobies.
great.
Or bones.
Yeah.
Don't bring up that tweet again.
I'm sorry, I didn't get any of that.
There's a site. Okay, so there's an infamous tweet about the censorship of Tokyo Mirage Sessions. There's a shot between like one of the main characters, and you can see that they have, I don't know what it's called. I don't know fucking biology, but like you got the groove in between like the leg and the torso. Like know what I'm talking about? Like
The
where it
hip?
kind of like shows a V in like the body shape.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that. Well, someone looked at that, commented on it. It's like, look how bad this is. They removed the vagina bones.
Uh-huh.
It's like nice biology there, dude. So that's just kind of become a meme, and every time, it just cracks me up.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just a stupid complaint. It was just like, it's such a...
Not the vagina bones.
I mean, I try not to look at that, like, I try not to look at censorship news because it just gets frustrating and, people complain about it. And, I mean, I get it from an artistic standpoint, but, like, at the end of the day, I didn't look at any of that stuff, like, any of that news, and then I played all throughout Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE, and I felt probably the same as if it wasn't censored.
Yeah.
The only thing
And
that
I
was
enjoyed it.
mainly
It was a
missing
great
was
game,
there was
and then I moved on to something else.
There was a complete dungeon removed.
I didn't know about that.
Yes.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It was the bathhouse.
Oh, that's
for obvious reasons. Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
back on track. Shin Megami Tensei 5. Are you guys excited for this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very.
Awesome. It looks good. It's not something I'm going to play because Shin Megami Tensei games are hard, and I'm not good at RPGs. But it does look good. I'll give it that.
Speaking of something that looks good.
Yeah, Danganronpa Decadence.
Yeah, Dungeon Grandpa.
Yeah.
I have heard so much about this series, and I have heard next to nothing about it as well. Like, I didn't even know what that bear was. So, like, But I've always heard people talk about Danganronpa, and everyone seems to love it.
Yeah,
So,
people have always told me, it's like, oh, you like Persona, you'll love Danganronpa. I've just never gotten around to playing it, so, like, maybe this is my chance to check it out.
Also, the reason you probably don't hear much about it... I was going to say, the reason you probably don't hear much about it is because it's, very spoiler territory if you talk much about it.
That's a good point, actually. Because,
Yeah.
as I was about to say, like, it kind of looks like an anime version of Cluedo and more interactive. Like, you gotta figure out who killed who.
I have never heard anyone call it that, but that makes perfect sense.
Right? Because, like, you're looking like it's kind of like a board game almost, where you're looking at all the rooms.
It is just
Board game
anime
with Phoenix
Cluedo.
Wright elements.
Yeah, with Phoenix Wright elements. Anime Cluedo with Phoenix Wright elements. Bam. That's how you advertise Danganronpa.
Was that in the direct Phoenix Wright?
No, that was in the Capcom showing.
No, it wasn't. So it was only in the Capcom one.
Yeah, but that looks good as well. Great Ace Attorney.
Yes.
I'm currently playing... I'll talk about this on the podcast when we talk about what we've been playing. But I'm playing through the Phoenix Wright trilogy. I'm up to the second game, which is really good.
That makes me think of... I think the one on 3DS, there's DLC where he represents a whale.
Alright.
And it is canon.
I refuse to believe that's canon.
That is canon.
I refuse.
It's Capcom. It honestly doesn't surprise me. Their games get wacky.
Yeah, they do. So, Danganronpa Decadence...
Right.
Yeah. So, Danganronpa Decadence, this features... so, it looks like the first 3 games plus a mobile game that's been retooled as like a Mario Party-esque board game.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yes, that's right.
Which is super interesting. But apparently you can also buy them individually as well, which is kind of cool. So I'll probably end up buying the first one and trying it out.
Yeah, same.
And then, although then if I like it, then I got to pay probably more if I'm buying them individually. Or if I buy the pack, I'd be paying more anyways.
So, correction, it's an orca / killer whale.
Thank you. We really needed that correction.
Thanks.
Yes.
Don't know how we're going to continue with this discussion without that. So that one just has a vague 2021 release date. which is pretty cool. Next one, Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater. So this as well, a vague 2021 release date. And as soon as I saw this, I mentioned this in the chat, but I'm going to say it now again. As soon as I saw this, I just felt the value being seeped out from my collector's edition steelbook copy of the Wii U the Wii U version.
Yeah, big oof.
Oh, you
right
mean
there, my
like
dude.
what happened with the Metroid Prime, the announcement on the Wii U?
Yeah, exactly.
Like when that trilogy came out, all the collector's values just went boom.
Yeah, like, it just makes this... Well, apparently as well, this is... I heard, I don't know about confirmation, don't take it as gospel. I heard this is coming to the other consoles as well.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah,
if
so
they've
it's
got button controls for it, it makes sense.
Well, yeah, so it'd be on Switch, so I believe it does. But I guess my Wii U copy would still be worth something because it has the gamepad functionality.
Also,
For a
Steelbook.
very rare console.
Also, it has Steelbook, so...
Oh, yeah, of course. And apparently, it didn't have a physical release in North America as well. So it is quite a rare one. So it'll still be rare. Anyways, the actual game itself, I played probably the first 3 hours of it. I'm not usually a horror guy as well, but I bought this game because there was nothing else on the Wii U at the time. So I bought it, and yeah, it's actually pretty good. And the camera mechanic's really, really interesting. From memory, like, you don't see ghosts, but as soon as you hold up the camera, you can see their silhouette.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As,
then
like-
then you take a picture and Professor Oak shows up. It's like, you're close.
I want to see that now.
Perfect!
I wonder if the DLC will be in it, though. Because,
You'd
like,
assume so?
I remember... Well, because the DLC, and I never used it because I found it absolutely ridiculous, but it was cosmetic where you can play as, I think it was like Zelda,
That's
like
right.
you can dress her up in the costume, or Princess Peach, and I think Samus in her Zero Suit costume.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big quote unquote selling point for this is that like realistic fabric wedding system as well.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's a little bit gross.
So I mean, yeah, it's a good horror game if you like horror games, but it's nothing amazing. But I just, if it does come with that, just don't play it with the costumes. It's unless you're looking for a horror comedy, because I couldn't stop laughing at just looking Zelda walk around in this horror game. Next one, we've got more DLC for Doom Eternal: The Ancient Gods. So this is already out on other consoles. It's been out for quite a while, but it finally launched on Switch, and that's available right now. I got nothing more to say on that.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
It's Doom.
It's more Doom.
I haven't touched Doom. In fact, I'm actually like about to start a playthrough of Doom 2016, so
Nice.
I'm at least a little excited, just simply on that factor.
Yeah,
Did you
download.
finish Metopia?
I'm about to finish it.
There
It'll
we go,
finish
that's
it in tomorrow's stream.
Nice. Just as well, so we already knew about this one, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 HD
Yeah,
coming June
Hawk.
Doesn't
25th.
look too bad.
It doesn't. Like, credit where credit's due. It looks pretty good. It's probably not the ideal way to play it.
I mean,
But-
Yeah.
when the PS5 and Xbox Series versions like came out just beforehand,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But hey, it's portable.
That's it.
exactly, you can play it on the bus.
Exactly. Or if you don't own another console, you only own a Switch, it's available there for you as well. And I'm pretty sure more people own a Switch than they do PS5 or Series consoles combined. Easily.
Correct.
And then some. We got Strange Brigade, which was a very strange announcement, and launches today. Well, yesterday, actually.
Yeah, this
So-
was interesting?
Yes.
Question mark.
Yeah, like Nintendo Direct seemed to have like this where it's like 1 or 2 games. It's like, okay, why was that
Did
shown
this
off?
get announced beforehand?
I don't think so.
No.
Because it looked familiar.
Oh, it's been out. Like, I'm pretty sure it came to PS4 like 3 or 4 years ago.
Like, I'm not gonna be nice to this. I saw this, I'm like, this doesn't look good.
No.
This game did not look good.
It just gives me that, what was the vibes of that, like, free-to-play, like, treasure hunting, like, game that they, like, released on the Wii U, I think it was?
That's what it reminded me of as well. And I actually
Same.
thought it was this.
Made by treasure. Oh, what was that game called?
That's what it was. Like, I can't... But yeah, that's what I first thought of. I'm like, is it like that?
Yeah, I honestly thought exactly the same thing. But yeah, that's available today if you want to download that for reasons. We got another drop of another trailer drop of Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which was in the Ubisoft conference earlier.
Yay, the bane of my existence gets a sequel.
I really liked Mario Plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I hate that it's good.
It's the video
It's the
game
thing.
Minions.
It's like I stream XCOM 2 a lot. And
Yes.
people have been like, since most of my my audience are people that came in from when I used to play Mario Kart, a lot of people just want to see Mario and Rabbids, so it kind of became a meme.
But it's, I don't know, I think it looked really good, and I really enjoyed Mario Plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah, like the game is good. It's just, why Rabbids?
I find them
Also,
funny.
the fact that Rabbids, like, overtook Rayman completely.
Yeah, I didn't really like Rayman all that much.
I'm just going to leave now.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I really didn't. I found this animation to be very awkward. and
Oh,
weird.
that's what happens when you don't have limbs but still have hands and feet.
It's very true. You know. Moving on from that. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. This one came out of nowhere.
This was
Yeah.
hype as heck for me.
Yeah, Advance Wars isn't dead.
Yep.
Yeah,
Time for Fire
like,
Emblem to be the dead genre now.
no one saw that coming.
Yeah, it's like,
So-
we
I also
thought,
really like the title.
Yeah, Reboot Camp. Yeah,
That's
course you
yeah, it's
would.
clever.
Yeah,
you father, you lover
know.
of puns.
I know. But like this just got me like so hyped because like Advance Wars is such a fun like series.
Yeah, I've never played it, and I really want to, and now I actually have a chance.
Yeah, same.
But I believe this one's being developed by WayForward.
That makes sense considering like
Yeah.
its art style.
Yeah.
There's a lot of WayForward games look like this.
Oh yeah. Well, as soon as it came up, I thought, that looked like WayForward, and then it got confirmed. I'm like, okay.
I heard the sound. I'm like, hang on, is this what I think it is? Then I saw the orange like nation thing. I'm like, oh my god, yes. This was at like 6 a.m. I was like, oh my god.
It's about damn time.
Now all we
Well,
need is Golden Sun.
Yeah. It'll happen. It will happen. Nintendo's been doing that recently, where they've just been, I don't know, listening.
Revamping stuff.
It's like,
Yeah.
is there really an audience for this? Let's find out, shall we?
Yeah, they're actually trying.
I've seen
new
people
things.
complain, like, oh, don't like the art. So I'm like, why are you complaining? You have an Advance Wars game for the first time in like since the DS. Stop
Yeah.
complaining. Just buy it.
And I mean, considering what that looked like, that's just the evolution of that art style.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it looks fine. Why do people complain all the time? Jeez.
But yeah, I think it looks fantastic. I've never played Advance Wars games before, so I'm definitely going to play it. That one is December 3rd, so we'll have that by the end of the year. Which is pretty crazy to say. Then we saw... Nintendo said that we have one last segment, and then they proceeded to show off Age of Calamity expansion. I was like, don't end on this. Please don't end on this. But it was only for a little bit. They talked about from June 18th. It looks like he's got the different kind of weapon. You've got the horse motorbike thing, which I can't remember what it's called.
You got Zelda
The
on
Master
a motorcycle.
Cycle.
Hype.
Master Cycle, that's it.
Master Cycle.
That's it.
And
So I was
the
cool.
nunchuck claws from the like
The
what are they
Guardians.
called again? You're the Guardians.
Yeah, you get to play as a Guardian. That's cool.
Yes.
That is pretty cool.
I am a sucker for games that let you play as an enemy. I
I
love
wonder if
it.
it's like, what was it? How you could play as Ganon in Hyrule Warriors, but it was only in its own mode.
Oh, that's right.
Which they
I
also
vaguely
bring
remember
in the giant cuckoo.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. I remember that very well. But then they didn't just stop there, and I was like, yay, they're moving on to something, and then they talked more about Skyward Sword HD. I was like, okay.
Whoa.
Pretty much. So just reconfirmed they
10
didn't even announce
10
anything
years
new
ago,
for it.
basically.
Yeah, they just said July 16th. It's still coming. I'm like, we didn't doubt that. So, yep, that's still happening. But then Anuma pulled out a little Game & Watch. So Legend of Zelda Game & Watch, which I might buy, but I probably won't.
I mean,
don't
you
need
say
any more
that,
of
but I'm
kind
pretty
of
sure it's
stuff.
probably sold out already.
Yeah, that's a very good point,
Yeah.
actually. But, like, I immediately thought, I'm like, I must have that. But then I thought, like, I already own all of these games, aside from the Vermin Game & Watch. And I'm like, I'm not paying $100 for that.
But it's portable on its own little system, and it fits in your front pocket.
I know.
Buy it. It's $100.
Is it actually $100?
I mean, yeah.
I probably.
It's 80.
Like knowing Nintendo, it probably
It's
is.
80.
Well,
I
there you
was,
go.
I was close.
The D-pad like actually looking at the announcement trailer screenshot, the D-pad actually looks pretty cool.
Also, it's not sold out yet.
Like, that's a solid D-pad.
That looks like a NES controller D-pad.
Yep.
I don't know. I think it looks good.
Hey, to
But-
be fair, that is the best D-pad.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's the thing. But then they finally gave us what we wanted, and they gave us a little bit more news on Breath of the Wild 2.
With Skyward Sword vibes.
Now- Yeah, it really did have Skyward Sword vibes.
Mm.
But like, I just wonder how this is going. Like, how the like being in the sky and like being open air, because I mean that's what they called Breath of the Wild originally, open air. But now it's actually like you were in the sky.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's gonna work. Like, do you have to climb all the way back up? Surely not.
Maybe there's a bird.
Like, surely you can
Maybe
fast
there's
travel.
a loft wing.
We did see like some kind of power where Link turns into like water and like goes upward into the sky and
Yeah, that was weird.
phases through platforms or something. It was weird.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's really cool, but that's super strange. Like, it that actually gave me Link Between Worlds vibes, where like
Yeah.
you can go in between. You know what I'm trying to say.
In
But-
between worlds.
Exactly. But I mean, it looks great. I thought it actually like it looks touched up from Breath of the Wild,
Yes.
the original. I'm like, is this running on a Switch Pro? But then they didn't say anything.
Which they said they weren't going to.
But it looks good. No, I know. But like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, this looks pretty good.
It does look really
And Link's
good.
hair is longer.
And he has a robot arm.
He does too.
I'll use my robot arm for good.
Oh, IT Crowd, I love that show.
I didn't actually notice that robot arm. I wonder what that's
And
about.
I think it has something to do with Sheikah Slate.
Oh.
Also, the upgraded Sheikah powers.
Yeah, like reversal of time or whatever.
Instead of like just
Yeah, that
freezing
looked-
it,
that
being
looked-
able to
yeah.
reverse it.
Yeah. So it looks great. 2022, that does not surprise me, considering we hadn't heard about it for like. I just don't understand why they announced it in 2019.
I thought it was going to be
Like-
the Christmas seller this year, but that's going to be Bright Diamond and Shining Pearl. Was it the other way around?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it probably took this it probably took this long. The release date is like this far because no one expected COVID.
Yeah.
That is true. And it's a bigger game,
Mhm.
like, to develop from home. So that probably pushed it back probably a year,
Do
actually.
you think it will be Christmas
And
next
they
year
said-
or middle of the year?
Well, they actually said they're aiming for 2022.
Mm.
And And they said with Breath of the Wild, they were aiming for 2015, then 2016,
And
and then eventually 2017.
I think they pushed that back specifically for
So-
the Switch at that point, though.
The Switch launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you're right there. But, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this one doesn't come out till 2023. I reckon. Which is a bummer, but, I mean, it's something to look forward to.
Just gives a Zelda less of a
And we've got-
like 35th anniversary like experience.
Yeah, and they did say that, like, they didn't have anything more to announce.
Yeah.
Zelda related.
Oh, well, just wait for the 38th.
There you go. But, like, I didn't expect anything. Well, like, I think it's good that we didn't get too much from Zelda, because that way we got a little bit more of Metroid for her 35th anniversary.
True.
Yeah, it's good to see Metroid actually, getting some love.
It's about time. But yeah, Samus Returns was announced when Metroid Prime 4 was originally announced.
It was, wasn't it? Jeez.
So that was 2017 E3.
Ages ago.
Yeah. Put that into perspective. So
I mean,
we've
Bayonetta
had
3 as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a different can of worms.
No Bayonetta 3. The game doesn't exist.
Wasn't that what they said? Like,
Met-
once there's news, the game exists. Just pretend it doesn't exist until then.
Yep.
Yep.
Turns
Yeah.
out this whole time they've just been twiddling their thumbs.
That was Kamiya. He probably, like, 2 years later after the announcement is like, wait, didn't we announce a Bayonetta game? We should probably get started on that.
I'm sure they probably didn't think that because the amount of people that probably tweet at them, where is it?
Oh, that's very true. And Kamiya being his crazy self on Twitter.
Mm.
But yeah, that's how the Nintendo Direct wrapped up. So, I guess, guys, if you had to give a score out of 10, what do you reckon you'd give that E3?
I mean, I said 4 out of 5 before, so 8 out of 10.
Give it about a 7. Mainly because, like, I've mentioned this many times, I'm not really a fan of Metroid or Zelda, so that's gonna...
That's true.
But a lot of the other stuff was, like, interesting enough for me.
I'd go a 9.
I mean, Mario Party and Advance Wars got me.
Yeah, I'm thinking a 9 because, well, one, we got a bit more of Breath of the Wild 2. We got a new 2D Metroid, which I just did not think was going to happen. We got Advance Wars coming back, and Mario Party, which is, like, inspired and remastered from, like, the original Nintendo 64 games, which I played to death. So for me, that's a 9 out of 10.
Also, you just wanted it to be 7, 8, 9, didn't you?
Well, that helps. But yeah, I reckon it was really good, and a lot of people complained about it, and I just don't understand why people would complain about this E3.
People complain about
People
everything.
just complain about everything.
That, and I feel as though this Direct did a really good job of covering multiple niches. And they
Also,
said
there
that
was a lot in that time frame.
Yeah.
yeah, they said that at the start as well, that they wanted a game for everyone. And I feel like they did really well with that. So they covered all different kinds of niches, like having Mario Party and Breath of the Wild 2 in the same presentation as Danganronpa. Like that niche specifically, or Advance Wars coming back and all that niche with those bigger titles as well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because if like even just looking at the first couple of announcements, you got Smash, so we got a fighting game. Then you got Life is Strange, which is story heavy. Then you got like an action thing with Guardians of the Galaxy, a battle royale with Worms Rumble, a JRPG with the Astra Ascending, like Two
You got
Point
the car
Campus, the
racing
sim
game.
game. Like this, like a lot of like different niches were catered to.
Yeah, and I think in any Direct, not everything is going to be for you.
Exactly.
So I think
You can't
that's the biggest
expect everything to be for you.
Yeah,
No.
people always expect like a 11 out of 10 when it comes to Nintendo stuff. So like they get disappointed if it's like a 9 or an 8.
The only disappointing parts that I have is that they don't do the little fun, like, intermediary things anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know, when there were Muppets or whatever.
Although, that being said, I feel as though they did that to fill in the time with the lack of announcements they had during the Wii U era.
Yeah. But still, that was fun.
It was still fun, yeah.
It was still fun.
And it gave the company personality.
Yeah.
Also, it's where the banana meme came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The banana
Just
meme.
a water just staring at that banana.
I feel like the
And
last
then
time
Muppet Owada staring at a banana.
Yeah. I feel like the last time they ever did something was with Doug Bowser, and his first one. And then
Yes.
Bowser came along. I was
And
like,
we
hi,
haven't
Bowser.
had anything like that since.
Yeah, exactly. And that was it. Like, I feel like Doug Bowser needs to get on Reggie's level a little bit more.
Yes.
But he's not Reggie. No one can replace Reggie.
Mm.
His buddy's not
And
ready.
where's Mother 3?
It's dead in the grave.
There we go.
There's your answer.
2 out of 10. Nah. No, it's a 9 out of 10.
Well,
It was a great
that's
show.
confirmed it. No, you just said 2 out of 10. That's it.
And we got to go 7, 8, 9. You said it yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on this direct?
There was a lot of unexpected things, a lot of revivals of franchises. All around, really good.
No Bayonetta 3, so it's bad.
That's a very good point.
That's why it's
kid.
7.
It was really good overall.
Cool.
It was the best E3 presentation this year.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Yeah, by a landslide. I mean, I will say it again. Microsoft ones that wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
wasn't
Microsoft
amazing.
was Microsoft was pretty good. There was a lot of diverse games in there too, and I'm biased because Halo multiplayer looks amazing.
Also, that Sea of Thieves.
That was cool too.
That was really cool. Cool. I will leave it there. So thanks, guys, for joining in. And thanks, everyone, for listening as well. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your favorite announcement was from this E3 Direct in the comments below. You can also get the audio version of this one as well. I'll leave that in the description, but you can listen to us on all your favorite podcasting services, so Apple, Google, Amazon, I don't know, all that kind of stuff. But
Spotify.
thank you everyone for... Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why did I say Amazon over Spotify?
Because Audible.
Ah, yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
I covered you there.
Thank you. But yeah, leave us a review and follow as well, because that really helps us out and gets us seen by more people as well. But thank you everyone for listening, and remember to have fun.
Have a great day.
See ya.